Hey, this is Snipes, and today I'm going to be explaining the Bared and Hold second boss, which will be out in the new Firelands 4.2 expansion. The boss is called Occu'thar. He only has one phase. There's no phases to this fight, and really only three mechanics. I'm gonna explain this one frame at a time, and sorry for the quality of the video, but I think it does an alright job of explaining the main aspects of the fight. This frame just shows the initial pull. The main tank's going to run in, that's the blue dot. He's going to do whatever range pull you have available, Fairy Fire, Avenger Shield, Heroic Throw, whatever your thing is, he's going to run in and do that and pull the boss towards him, and they're going to meet in the middle. The off tank, the purple blob, is going to move to the side of the boss. That's going to be because there's going to be a cone AoE in the front that gives a debuff. I'll explain it later. And he's going to be moving to the side, and the raid is going to be right behind the off tank for the same reason. This one just explains the initial pull and how we're going to be positioned after the initial pull by the main tank. Raid being to the side of the boss, right behind the off tank who's beside the boss, and the main tank, of course, having the boss facing him at a 6 o'clock direction. This frame just explains the first and main ability that we have to be dealing with. It's called Eye of Occu'thar. It should be on a DBM timer. It spawns 5 eyeballs on a random raid members, 5 random raid members. Which is why also we are going to be stacked and not spread out, so that they spawn right in the middle of us, so we can AoE them down, take care of them very quickly without having to run over and range issues, that sort of thing. What's going to happen is they are high priority because after 10 seconds they will channel something, an ability to a random raid member, and after 10 seconds, if they get through with that channel, they explode. They're going to do 25k plus damage to every member of the raid. Times that by 5. If all 5 go off, that's 125,000 damage to the entire raid. That's very bad. So, we have to stack up. They spawn on us, and we AoE nuke them down. This frame just explains the second ability, which is called Focused Fire. Pretty much what's going to happen is similar to the Atramedes fight with Sonic Breath, he's going to face a random raid member. Again, this is why we're stacked. And he's going to shoot some shit from his laser beams. They're going to be on the ground below whatever random raid member he targets, and it's going to be a nice big pool of fire with about a 12-yard radius. What's going to happen is, after this is thrown below us, we are going to all move together in a clockwise direction, keeping stacked and repositioning again clockwise. This frame just shows exactly how we are going to reposition, again clockwise, raid going clockwise, and the off tank going clockwise, whoever at the time the off tank will be. This is going to switch for his next ability, which I'll explain in a moment. Again, high priority on the AoE fire on the ground. It's 35,000 damage per tick, and it ticks every second. So 3 seconds in there, that's about 105,000 damage, which is a lot of damn health. Keep that in mind. Quickly use Blink, Disengage, Warlock Teleport, go Cat, Dash, Stampeding Roar, whatever you got, use it. This frame explains Searing Shadows, which is his third and last ability. What's going to happen is there is a cone AoE in the front of him. It has a 60-degree angle range, which is why we are sticking to the side and behind the boss, whereas the main tank is, of course, going to be taking the bulk of the damage from it. It's going to do 105,000 roughly damage to the tank, shadow damage. Which means also we're going to want a resistance aura or totem. Put that as a side note. What's going to happen is it is going to have a debuff effect, which is going to increase shadow damage taken by 100% for 30 seconds. Which means because all of this fight is shadow and fire damage, the main tank is going to be taking pretty much twice as much damage. The reason we're going to tank swap is because of that. It's a debuff. Treat it just like a Mortal Strike for instance, Halphus. It's a tank swap. Main tank goes to the off tank goes to the main tank, and they switch. And of course, the boss will be faced in a 6 o'clock south angle. And wherever the main tank goes to the off tank changes wherever the raid is repositioned because of the ability known as Focus Fire. Keep that in mind, tanks. This frame just shows the general tank swap, off tank to main tank, nothing special. Again, it is always going to change where the off tank is. So main tank, whoever has aggro on the boss when the tank swap takes place, keep in mind where the raid is and the off tank, because that's where you're going to be going. This frame just explains the overall strategy. It looks complicated at first, but I'll go ahead and explain it. The green circle and the green line is where the raid is going to be positioned at all times. Starting at the left, after a focus fire hits them on the far left, they're going to go up on the next notch, which is the second next to the left. They're going to get focus fire again. They're going to move to the third, fourth, fifth. Off tank and main tank, they're going to be switching at all times because of the Searing Shadows Cone AoE debuff ability. So they're going to be constantly switching whenever it happens, and because of the off tank sticking with the raid, the main tank is going to be swapping wherever the off tank goes. So it's basically just a left to right raid and off tank, whoever the off tank may be, starting at the left, moving clockwise one notch at a time. Repositioning all the way to the right, and because of the cone AoE, we of course never want to be in front of the boss. So when we get to the far right, the 180 degrees to the right, we're going to go back to the left, right, as long as it takes. Keep in mind, tanks, your priority is just tank swapping generally. If you have time to DPS the eyeballs of Oculus, that's always a plus. If not, focus on the mechanics. The DPS should be able to handle it. DPS, of course, priority is switching whenever there is a focused fire on the ground. Whenever that is not up, keep in mind the eyeballs of Oculus. Again, they are priority. Stop DPS on boss, get on them, DPS them, nuke them, fuck them up. So it's just a general idea of switching positions, DPSing the eyeballs of Oculus, and whenever we're not dealing with those mechanics, we throw all of our DPS and all of our shit into the boss. It's a pretty straightforward fight, just repositioning and DPSing adds in priority, and whatever's left over again on the boss.